Hello and welcome to sushicloud. I'm Mauro and my group member was Brianna Sarmiento. And sushicloud is a platform for helping users browse and track all their favorite anime in seconds. So we're greeted here with a login button, a register button, and a login link for an admin. So what I'm going to do right now is actually register for an account. And I'm going to fill in some text or some input that'll be sent to our database to see if we can make a user. Drop down selects New Jersey, and then for Montclair. We can register. And we can sign in using the login. And nice. So we're messaged by a message that says you have successfully registered after registration. And then we also see here we can search for your favorite anime using some fields and then pressing submit. And then below that are all our anime listings in our database. And above this is we have our nav bar that this link takes you to the home page, which is the current page. And then you can go to My List, Settings, and Log Out, which we'll explore a little later. So let's say you're a user and you just you want to put a show onto your list that you just finished, and we can scroll down and we can actually look. This is the show that I want, so I can view it and I can look at the status. I said I finished it. There's 12 episodes because I watched them all, and I want to rate it a 10 because I really enjoyed this show. So I can go ahead here and add to my list. And we're taken to the My List page, and here we view our anime stats, so we can see what we're watching, what we finished, what's on hold, what we dropped, and what we plan to watch. And below that are just each individual list. And we can see that the entry I added to my finished list is there. So I'm actually going to go back and I'll show the search functionality off a little bit. If we're looking for a specific show like Demon Slayer, we can just type it in and search, and one show pops up. And if we want to browse by year, we can say 2019. There's no result in our database that of animes that were made in 2019, but if we do 2022, you can see that we have all these shows these 3 shows that were made then. And then lastly, we have romance. If we want romance shows, it lists all the romance shows in our database. So that's pretty cool. And so we can add more stuff to our database. So I'm just going to add Demon Slayer. I'm going to say I dropped it and that I watched 8 episodes, but I didn't like it that much, so it gets a 5. So I can add that to my list, and we can see this pie chart is updated as well as the other contents of this file. And now let's say that I'm gonna try and add this show again. So we should get an error. I'm gonna say we dropped just some dummy values, and I'm gonna add it to my list. But you can't do that because that anime is already saved to your certain list, so that's not allowed. And one more test case we should be aware of is that if a user doesn't input anything, so if I go add to my list, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to take you back to the home page, and that was an invalid entry into your user account for that anime. So that's the search functionality and adding to your list. You can browse my list again, and this is all my list consists of. And then we can go over to settings and view our account credentials actually. So we have our username, email, first name, last name, and address. And we're actually able to change and update our password on this page. So I can go to change password, I can type in my old password, and I can do a new one. And I can save the changes. Oh, I didn't type the password the same, so I get an error, so I have to redo it. And I can save the change. And we can see the passwords were successfully changed. And then once I'm done with everything, I don't want to browse the anime anymore, I don't want to look at my list, and I don't want to change my settings anymore, we can go ahead and log out here from the navbar. And this takes me back to the initial landing page.
So on the home page, we have the admin login. We're going to log in using our admin account that we created. And then this will be the admin homepage for sushicloud. For the navbar, we have sushicloud and we have the settings and logout. And in the middle is the buttons that we can use to manage. So we're going to click on manage anime. So in manage anime, we can insert anime and we can see a table filled with the 15 animes we listed. And we can also delete them. So we're going to demo insert anime. We're just going to use dummy credentials. And then we're going to insert the new anime. And then if we go all the way down to the table, you will see the new anime on the table and we can delete them. And then we can go back. And then we can go back to the home page for admin. And then we're going to use click on manage users. And for manage users, we can see all of the users for sushicloud, and we can also delete them if we want to. And then it will be updated into the database. And this is the settings for admin. We can see the username, the email, and the first and last name. And if we go to the home page, we can do manage admin. We can also insert a new admin, or we can delete them. Okay, once we made the new admin account, it will be displayed into the table as well as in the database. And you can also delete it. And then we can also log out, and it will be directed to the home page, or the landing page.
Okay, and now we kind of want to show off the back end a little bit, or the database. So here's our users table, our list for the user, all the contents of the anime in the anime table, and the admin table. And yeah, that's sushicloud. Really fun to make, and it's a really useful tool if you actually wanted to browse and track all your favorite anime. And thank you.